They're saying South Africans and the Zulu people are overreacting. These are the same people you make fun of their accent, their intonation, their language. You people make comments like, "My name is." Mwah, 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 mwah." Don't forget about that. You people do that. You know what I mean? So something about tradition is that all these are rooted spiritually to our lineage, to our ancestors. And before I can even participate in mine, I would have to be initiated. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you guys were not expecting South Africans to go that deep, I would say. Because in Africa, we go deep. That's how we go. Like,
when I think of the Zulus, I think warriors.
You South Africans, I love you. I love you so much.
Like, for me, as long as I'm concerned, the only Zulu I know and have so much respect for is the South African Zulu, and which is the richest tribe in Africa. Like any other Zulu is a copy Zulu. And each time I hear Zulu, the only thing that comes to my mind is those African warriors, the great African warriors.
yeah, so a quick one. I see a lot of Americans are confused on why the Zulu people or South Africans in general are angry or not happy with the way they were representing the Zulu parade. You know what I mean? They're saying South Africans and the Zulu people are overreacting. Now, this is why I think they're not overreacting. Yeah? From what we've seen, they have been doing this parade for years. Like, you guys have been doing it for years. If you wanted to really know about the culture, you've had time to connect with the Zulu people, learn. That's how we do back. Like that's how it's done. You learn. And then again, another reason why they would see it as offensive is because these are the same people you make fun of their accent, their intonation, their language. You people make comments like, "My name is." Mwah, 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 mwah. Don't forget about that. You people do that. You know what I mean? So don't think they will not find it offensive that you people cosplay them. And it is not in the best way. So understand the angle, like where they're coming from as well. Yeah. You make fun of them, so don't think they will not feel like you're trying to make fun of them this time. It's real. Let's be real right here. So yeah. Just apologize. That's it. If you want to learn, you go and actually learn from the right place, I guess. Okay. I'm back again. Okay? Quick one. Something about tradition is that me as a West African, I can't go and practice what they do over in South Africa. Do you get? It is not. All these are rooted spiritually to our lineage, to our ancestors. And before I can even participate in mine, I would have to be initiated. You know what I mean? So, and to our Americans, yeah? If it was another African country doing this, we will all call them out as well. Okay? It's not personal. But the thing is, you guys were not expecting South Africans to go that deep, I would say. Because in Africa, we go deep. That's how we go. Like, that's how it is. But we still, like, go past that and maintain a relationship, You guys are not just used to this kind of, I would say, back and forth. That's how it is, They try to make corrections and people in New Orleans didn't want to hear, That's what I'm saying. And if you want to learn, it should be the West, over the West, Yeah. About the learning part as well, some of you Americans claim you're not Africans, You don't have any roots with Africa. So why would you even want to be getting into our tradition if you're claiming you're not Africans as well, You claim to be natives. I don't know, like, figure it out. Like, we're here to teach, we're here to educate, open arms. Just be willing to learn. That's just what it is. If take the correction, okay?
I think a way to explain to the Americans about how we think of the Zulus, especially men in South Africa, is for us men here in South Africa, the Zulus are our Roman Empire. They are our Spartans. They are our Vikings. When I think of the Zulus, I think of warriors. I don't think of a pantomime. I don't think of a song and a dance. I think of people standing on the battlefield, thousands of warriors ready to die for a cause. That's what I think of when I think of the Zulus. They're a strong nation. They're a fighting nation. They are a nation of warriors. They're not like flowery song and dance represented in a pantomime with makeup that looks like it's something out of like a, I don't know, a stupid, like, I don't know, weird parade. They're warriors. You gotta treat them like warriors. They are our Roman Empire.
Africans said the Zulu festival was racist and not a depiction of their culture. And in response to that, a lot of black Americans said, oh, well, it's still going to happen, so I'm still going to go because it's been happening for decades. And why wouldn't I go? Because I support it. And if you had a problem then and now, why haven't you said anything? And this is my problem. You don't have to participate in something if you know it's wrong. Specifically, if you just learn that it's wrong. We know that the cities are going to throw these goddamn festivals and these things that we shouldn't be going to. You want to know why? Because they make money off of it. Whose money do they make off of it? Yours. If you know that someone is telling you it is wrong to attend because it doesn't depict their culture correctly, sound familiar? You shouldn't be going. You shouldn't be attending. Whether it started when Jesus started walking this earth or not, you shouldn't take your black ass there. And this is why I hate that in this community, I have to speak up and say these things. And the problem is, y'all don't give a fuck. Like, there's things that I know are wrong and I don't attend. I wouldn't give a fuck how y'all felt about it. Number one, the false prophets y'all follow into these goddamn churches. I don't give a fuck how big they are. You will not catch my black ass in none of these goddamn churches, ever. I know they're wrong and I know they're out of pocket. So why can't you just accept that something is wrong and you shouldn't be attending it?
Yo, it's late at night and I'm fucking cackling. You South Africans, I love you. I love you so much. The way you're cussing off the black Americans. They said the only thing they know about South Africa is Nelson Mandela and Mapia. And then you guys come back with shout out to the police for doing it. That's fun. And they're steady trying to defend blackface, which is so fucking ironic. Yoy. And this is what I've been trying to tell the rest of the house. There is no point. There is no point going back and forth. There is no point in trying to educate. There is no point in trying to create dialogue. Because as far as they're concerned, they're the only black people on the motherfucking planet. Mind you, I'm not going to lie, I've only met a handful that are actually intelligent and that can hold a conversation. So please, don't try and take some of them seriously, as painful and as eye-watering as it is.
Okay, so apparently we've been in a diaspora war for the past week with the South Africans over a parade that happens in NOLA, New Orleans, that 99% of us have never even heard of. Like, literally, we found out about this parade at the same time that they did. We found out about this shit last week. Nobody that I know has ever heard of a Zulu parade, okay? And what's so diabolical is that I keep scrolling past all of these posts from South Africans and going in on just black Americans as a collective, not just about the parade. Like, they've taken it to a whole nother level. And it's like this girl, I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen that, this girl that dressed up like a slave and had cotton and act like, I don't know, some type of knock on slavery or whatever. And then there's these people in the comment section talking about how the police unalive us and all that. Like, just going in on black Americans as a collective. And it has nothing to do just outside of the Zulu parade, okay, that we don't know nothing about. So what this tells me is that their beef with us started long before they found out about that Zulu parade. Because you don't go in on somebody like that and start trying to throw low blows at them as a collective unless you didn't like them before. So they didn't like us already. They had beef with us that we didn't know about already. Before the parade, they had beef. But I mean, we should be used to that because everybody seems to have beef with us because, just FYI, that is not Black American culture as a whole. That is Louisiana Creole culture. That is one specific place. That is not a national thing. A Zulu parade is not national around the entire United States. That is one place. I see why people call South Africans the Karens of Africa. Because honestly, I think they got Karens beat. Like South Africans, y'all got Karens beat by a landslide. Okay. Y'all got the number one spot in the Karen level, or like in the Karen vicinity. Y'all are number one. I'm just wondering, like, how the hell did you even find out about the damn parade? What brought you to our side of TikTok anyway? And it's like, it just really got me to thinking, like, it's like so many people all around the world, like they hate on Americans so bad. They hate on Black people in America so fucking bad. But they got their heads stuck so far up our asses that we got to turn corners like a bus. Like we can't even whip a corner because we got people's heads stuck so far up our ass. We gotta pull all the way out and then turn. But anyways, I'm not about to go in on, because here's the thing, y'all. This is another thing. Black people that we gotta understand. We didn't grow up with tribes. We don't do tribalism over here. So that tribalism in Africa is a big deal. They take that shit very seriously. To us, we look at it like, okay, and it's a little Zulu parade in one little city in one part of America that nobody's ever heard of. Like, who cares? But to them, it's a big deal because that's a big part of their identity. So I think at the same time, while I don't respect how they're handling it, at the same time, I do understand that that's just something that we're just never going to understand. We're never going to be able to relate to tribalism because we just don't do that. It's not a big deal. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I'm just like, I'm just scrolling. I keep scrolling past more and more posts of South Africans just doing the most diabolical shit. And it's pretty obvious that they did not like us before the Zulu parade.
Guys, this is the first time I'm hearing about this Zulu parade. Like, I've never heard of it before. And my question is this: how come it has been existing for the past 100 years, but no one knows about it? No one has ever heard of it. Now, the South Africans living in America, are they not aware of this? Have they not heard of it before? Is this actually the very first time those people are celebrating this openly? How come it's now going viral? How come it hasn't gone viral before now? How come South Africans living in America has never raised alarm ever since they noticed this? Like, for me, as long as I'm concerned, the only Zulu I know and have so much respect for is the South African Zulu, and which is the richest tribe in Africa, like the richest tribe in the whole of Africa. So any other Zulu is a copy Zulu. And each time I hear Zulu, the only thing that comes to my mind is those African warriors, the great African warriors. And that's the only Zulu tribe that the world recognizes. So any other Zulu, any other one claiming to be Zulu, for me, is a copy one. So guys, what do you think? Do you think South Africans should teach them, or should the Black Americans drop that particular name, that Zulu name? Should they drop it and choose a different name? What do you think? Kindly drop your thought at the comment section.